Now I'm going to show you two methods to actually find your niche. There is a bunch of different ways to find niches, but for beginners, using one of the two methods I would show is pretty good. Now, the methods I will not cover in this are the following: finding niches through social media platforms like Reddit, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. I misspelled Quora there. Finding niches through paying markets, finding niches with ChatGPT plus Google, finding niches based on other languages, finding niches with the transfer method, finding niches with keyword scanning, finding niches from big channel outliers, and finding niches with the incognito method. The last one I mentioned is the one I'm actually gonna show, and this is the incognito method. Now, this is basically just going on an incognito tab and going on YouTube's homepage, and you will get a fresh homepage that isn't affected by what you have watched and what you like. So instead of videos based on your personal preference, we will get a homepage of Faceless YouTube channels that work, that you can take inspiration from when researching for your niche and finding your niche. Now, to do this, you need to build a watch history of Faces channels in your incognito tab. I've made it easy for you guys and linked a Google Doc where you can find Faces channels that you will basically just paste a few of those into your tab and just watch a few of those videos from different channels until your homepage is warmed up and have these Faces videos on there. So when you've done that, you basically just scroll. You use some time scrolling, clicking on channels you find interesting, finding channel competitors as we discussed, checking out the list I have on RPMs, calculating earnings, asking ChatGPT if there's any affiliate potential here. Of course, also checking if there is demand and is there room for me to actually go into these. Are the channels that started recently, are they doing well? Like, is the demand evergreen? Just doing your due diligence and checking on those boxes that we have talked about. Like, I would just show you a bit. The process I usually go through is just finding something that actually looks like a Faceless channel. Of course, not every single one of these are going to be Faceless channels, but the most of these are. So although I don't have this is incognito tab, so I can't use the Chrome extensions, unfortunately. So we're just gonna find something that we find interesting, and we're going to use the vidIQ or the Chrome extensions after that. So you just want to scroll until you find something. Here I found something that was billionaires versus trillionaires from 1% Chronicles. It had a decent views, and as you can see, it's definitely more views than their subscribers. I'm just gonna see what kind of content they post. So yeah, they said here they post for they're like an access channel to the hidden lives of the 1%, so rich people. They make channels about rich people, and often rich people getting into trouble are the videos that do the best for them. Like this one, for instance, Floyd Mayweather's billionaire lifestyle collapse after 402 million scam verdict. So that's definitely an interesting thing to look at. So I'm just gonna open a new tab on YouTube, and I'm just gonna search for that to actually see if there's anything like this. So there's not really a lot. I might just change the title a little bit. Floyd Mayweather scam like this, and I usually just sort by 4 to 20 minutes, because if you don't sort it, you would just get a lot of shorts, and we're not gonna do shorts in this course. So yeah, here you go. This is another Faceless channel, got a lot of views. This is more like boxing news, I would guess. Yeah. So, but yeah, it's definitely a path to go down to if you want a more trendy based channel. Of course, you need to just stay on top of what is going on, like this channel is doing. As you can see, Joe Rogan reacts to the shocking news of Hulk Hogan's sudden death. Yeah, that was 5 days ago. He was just very quickly on that. So if you want to do that, that's definitely an opportunity. But again, we want to create something that is evergreen and trends can be tempting because as you look at the views, they can be a lot, but we want to build something sustainable, so this might not be the best option. But there's definitely something to look at, like millionaires bodyguards versus billionaires bodyguards. Comparing something like that, that has definitely worked a bit for them. Yeah, because they did the billionaires versus trillionaires, so like these channels usually can be outliers. So I'm just gonna search for is if there is anything kind of closely remote to that. Here we go, something inside the life of a billionaire bodyguard. Of course, this didn't have a lot of views, but just like checking out the channels and channels, um, just checking out channels that are kind of related to that to see if they have content that is doing well, because like a lot of people don't really know the game of YouTube, so they might not know how to actually apply the outliers and actually how to double down on content that works. So you can see here inside the life of trillionaire lifestyle of Princess Amina. Not sure who that is, but we're gonna look at some more for that. Yeah, and as you can see, the luxury, I think that's a very big channel. No, it's not. They, yeah, they did one and that blew up. No, that was another person. They did one on the same. Yeah, they did one on the same girl and they got 655,000 views. Basically, just the same title, almost same thumbnail. Yes, that's the same picture even, but it just had some like Rolls Royce added to it, a different background, and some money and some text. So this is definitely like a path to go down. And as you can see here, the niche isn't like just luxury. They talk about everything luxury, um like they talk about, oh, most expensive houses owned by Elon Musk, or most expensive boats owned by Bill Gates or whatever. Like they are very specific, or at least the content that does well are these like inside the lives of very rich, powerful people. So like inside the life of Malaysia's richest king. And I can just show you what I mean by this. It's because as you can see, the content that does very bad is content that isn't related to kind of these things that did very well. So like billionaires who went broke because of girls. What if Elon Musk became president? Like, as you can see, those videos that was not aligned with the most viewed videos that they got, they just didn't hit at all. So definitely just having a specific channel like this. So I'm just gonna search for some more people to kind of see if there's more content inside that niche or that does well. So like this one, for instance, the Lux aesthetic inside Bernard Arnault's world. Again, another person you can make a video about. So this is like almost an endless content cycle that you can just run, just talking about the life of rich people. I'm not sure what kind of they talk about inside it, but probably what they own, how they manage to build their wealth, etc. And a point I really want you guys to understand is that they double down on what worked. As you can see, their most viewed video, the trillionaire life of Saudi's royal family. And then the other was like the trillionaire life of richest Arab kings on earth. So it's like it's basically the same. It's basically the same video, but it's just changing it a bit. So it's still like Arabic rich people, but it's like instead of Saudi's royal family, it's the life of other Arabic kings. And they double down even further down here. They go inside the trillionaire lives of Saudi Arabia's richest kids. So instead of the royal family, it's their kids. And also here inside the trillionaire life of Dubai's richest family. So instead of Saudi Arabia, it's Dubai. And they even have a part two, just the same video, and they got views. So just doing this, just researching the top outliers that you find, and just using that to find other channels, other competitors in that niche that you can just note down, and you can find video this based on that. So literally, as you can see here, the original video is a video from King Luxury. They are a pretty big channel in that niche, and they literally took a video that had 1 million views, the Billionaire Insights one, and did they even remake it? It's a bit different thumbnail. Of course, they didn't just copy paste the whole video, they made their own kind of video, but they just took the title and they just copy pasted it, and they took what works and they just added their own little spin, like a bit different thumbnail. Maybe they as you can see, they made the Saudi king a bit closer to the camera. That was all, and the bodyguards a bit closer as well. So that's basically how you do it. Like, I want you guys to understand, do not reinvent the wheel. Look at what works and just replicate that. So like for this one, for instance, the Junior Life of Saudi Prince Salman. So we know that this works. We know that copying this and copying a king luxury video that does good can work. So I'm just gonna see if anyone has actually made a similar video of that. So yeah, as you can see here, the Junior Life of Saudi Prince Salman, the same title, Elite Luxury, got a few thousand views, not a lot, but as you can see, they still replicated that and they got some decent views. So we're just gonna look at what else kind of content they have. So like Inside the Royal Life of Dubai's Richest Kids. Haven't we already seen that title? I'm pretty sure we have. So yeah, as you can see, it's just replicating King Luxury and they literally got views. So I'm just gonna go on King Luxury, actually find something that a type of outlier that they did well. So like Inside the Life, I'm just trying to find something that's a bit inside the life. Yeah, Inside the Life of Qatar's royal family. Basically the same type of content. As you can see, I just scroll down. Inside the Life of Qatar royal family 2022. That video did well. It was one of the top performing videos. So that's basically how you do it. You just literally scrolling using the incognito method, finding something that is interesting and just going down the rabbit hole. Now another point I want to specify is that if you have found a niche that you find really interesting, then you can just go on the competitors in your niche and you just do the same process, just watching a few videos, just getting information from them, and then just like engaging with the audience, engaging with the content, and just skimming through it. And then, like for instance, I will just show you, it's easier for me to show you. I'll just turn on. So like going on this, so then you would just get a few videos. You have to do this a few times, but already, as you can see, inside the richest zip code in America, already we found a new channel that we didn't see already that has kind of in the same niche that we want, or at least it's an outlier that we can definitely replicate in our niche. So I'm just gonna basically based on that, inside the richest zip code in America, just copy
this is it,
and see if there actually comes something up. And it definitely does. Business Insider, of course, that is a very big channel, but as you see here, top 5 richest zip codes in the USA. So that's basically how you find niches with incognito mode. It's pretty easy, it's pretty straightforward, it's pretty simple. So just check the link out for the channels that are like Faceless and just copy pasted using this the strategy that I used. So this is definitely a good strategy for beginners to find niches, and one I still use quite a bit, to be honest. But in the next video, we'll go through what is, in my opinion, the absolute best method to find niches. And when we're done with that, we will start actually finding video ideas.